Great, Padma. How are you?
Hi, Praveen. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, likewise, actually. So, how is things with you?
Look, I don't think we can ask that question to anybody around the world. We are all into social distancing, social isolation. We are supposed to stay home, not to just save ourselves, but also people around us. So it's in a way we are giving back to the community as well.
Yeah, interesting time, isn't it? Especially
Oh,
in
yes.
healthcare and dentistry. Yeah, very much.
Yes, last week was quite an interesting and challenging week for us as dentists.
Yeah.
From Monday through to Friday, every single day the level of restriction was different. And today we are on level 3
Yep.
restriction, where
Yes.
we can only provide emergency and urgent treatment. So it's quite a challenging time for dental practices. Look, we want to serve the patients, we want to give back, we want to reduce the load at the hospital so that
Okay.
they don't have to take care of emergency dental treatments. But at the same time, it's quite challenging as a business owner.
I
Keep
can. I
practices
can.
open
Yeah.
just for emergencies. But you know what? It's our duty as healthcare professionals to be there for our patients, be there for the people, and give as much as possible from our side during these pandemic and difficult times.
You bet. You bet. So I would imagine, obviously, that must have impacted your business or within the dental industry. Yeah.
Hugely, hugely. I've spoken to so many dental practice owners since last 1 week. There's a lot of panic. There's a lot of stress because look, nobody was. These are unprecedented events.
Mm.
When a country was not prepared for this, no amount of planning is going to save us. We are all going to incur some kind of a loss.
Yeah.
So right now, since last week was suddenly the income has dropped.
Yes.
We had to let go few of our casual staff.
Oh.
So we have built our team around it. So and not only that, you go to work,
Yes.
your identity as well. So a lot of changes suddenly. So there's a
Mm.
lot of panic and anxiety from the point of dental practice owners, from a financial point of view, from a HR point of view. So and procedures, what can we do, what can we not do? It's just now this week we've got some clarity around it.
Yeah, and every day changing, isn't it? That's the fear is unknown. So that's what killing little bit, isn't it? Pretty.
Of course, that's one thing. And also, the government is offering a lot of financial assistance to small business owners, which we are
Yes.
very grateful. But
Yes.
like you and me definitely know about it, there's still gray areas, there's still cliche areas in there.
Mm.
Even the accountants are not able to give us a straightforward answer. Even
Yes.
they are trying to figure out, I know there is a $180 billion package, stimulus package, and there's a job seeker, but we've still not got clarity on this first stimulus package of 17 odd $1 billion that
Yes.
was released.
Yes.
So this month is going to be quite challenging for every business owner, whether it's from a medical industry or from a beauty industry or from a hospitality industry. I think this month is going to be quite, probably decide who will make it or break it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Couldn't more agree with you. Now, so now let's talk a little bit about marketing. As a multi-practice, not just being as a dentist, entrepreneur, and multi-practice owner. So, what do you think as a marketing? Do you have to do do you have to do a marketing, or do you have to just shut down the practice, shut down everything, and just wait and see? What's your thought on it, Padma?
Look, in today's time, I know what you're talking. Like, I know you're a marketer. You deal with
Mm,
multiple dental practices all around Australia, and you have seen this kind of reaction from practice owners. That you know
yes.
what, just shut down everything. But
Mm,
think about it. That's today. That's today, and we are in this situation because of a pandemic. This is unprecedented. This is uncertain.
yes.
We now have to start preparing for what it is after COVID-19. Okay, so I
Mhm.
wouldn't say that you need to, scrap off every single thing that you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, expensive Google AdWords, expensive Facebook campaigns, probably if you were very targeted into high-end industry,
Yes.
now may not be the time. It's probably better to halt it for the moment. But
Yes.
there are three essential things that I would
Yes.
still keep doing.
So now the question is, glad that you believe that, and obviously as a trusted dental marketing, well, that's a big good news for us, because we and it's so easy when already our clients and dentists, they believe that we need to communicate, we need to market, at least can't shut down everything. So it's very important. It's not that convinced you have to do, but it's something, if as long as you are opening the business or you are there after COVID 19, that's very important. Now I've got a couple of questions, if that's okay. I can share because some of our clients and some of even in our community have raised some questions. So let me share my quick screen. Can you see my screen as yet? Let me share my screen. Let me share you my screen. Okay, so here are some questions. First one is,
Mhm.
yes, now you agree that obviously marketing, someone have to do the marketing, can't shut down everything, including even your website. The website need to be on. So what do you think about the most essentials marketing right now?
Look, for me, there are three. Right now, I'm looking at what can give me the best rate of return,
Yes.
and also not just from a marketing point of view, how can I build more trust and rapport and connectivity with my patients?
Mm.
So when it comes to because marketing is just not online, isn't it?
Yes.
You believe that online and offline is what makes marketing together. And
Yes.
I and you have been aligned on that topic many a
Mm.
time. So when it comes to online, I would
Mm.
say I would still go ahead and do the SEO.
Yes.
It takes a while. If you stop your SEO right now, it takes a
That's a
while
good point.
for it to
Really
get
good point.
get up and running.
Mm.
And because of that, post COVID-19, your competitor could have an added advantage.
Mm.
Okay. The other two things that could be more economical as well as an amazing way to communicate and connect with your existing client base is email marketing
Yes.
as well as SMS
Yes.
marketing.
Mm.
So what happens is you are not only telling them that you are there
Yep.
now if there is an emergency, you're giving them enough tools that they manage their oral health from home during these difficult times,
Yes.
giving them some nutritional advice, some habit advice, and also post COVID-19, that could be your way to tell them what your opening plans are, that you're back in business, and you can send them the reminders for appointments as well.
You bet. So
So
what you are
a
saying
rapport
is,
is already established.
yes, if the practice is already established, if they have a bit of database, then, like let's say 3 to 5 years plus practices, then obviously start the email marketing. SEO is mandatory. What else? What's a third point? Did
SMS marketing.
SMS? Okay. Yep. So, yeah,
Because
SMS
SMS
is,
marketing you can use for anyone, even if you're a startup and you have some kind of a database, you can use it.
you bet, you bet. And
Yeah.
it's also about informing the clients as well. Sometimes, people, especially dentists, feel, oh, really? This time we still have to do marketing, but also marketing also means communication. You can
Yeah.
even say, look, these are the safety measures we have done in the practice. This is how we are looking. It's also about genuinely caring the patients. Yeah.
Yes. And look, this is not a time where it's just a recession.
Mm.
It's a pandemic.
Yeah.
So we have to be clear from our side as well that we are offering a support, empathy, and moreover, these are the times that our patients need us the most.
Yes.
Assurance has to come, you know?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
It's very important. That's good. Thank you. Thank you for for that insight. Actually, and now what's obviously there's so much buzzword happening now about telehealth. Uh, at the same time, there's so much confusion going on around, and as being you as an influential as well as very much as a multiple practice owners, influencers, and you're very proactive on all those things. whenever I talk with, every dental dentist, then they say, oh, we know Padma very well. So what's obviously you must be looking around how is telehealth. So what do you think about telehealth? And especially now we talk about dental industry. I'm curious to know what do you think?
So telehealth in general is an amazing system and an
Mm,
amazing tool. But let's talk about dental industry in general, okay? Uh, because we are more practically oriented
yes.
um, kind of a medical sector,
Yeah.
telehealth is an amazing triage
Mm,
and assurance and advice kind of a platform for us. I don't think it is a solution for COVID-19 alone or
yes.
coronavirus situation. It's a system we all need to integrate into
Yeah.
our practices
Mm,
post COVID-19 as well, because that gives a patient assurance that they can reach us really quickly.
yes.
They do not need to come in, and also a lot of a lot of people may not. It's more convenience. It's more personalized care and convenience. But from a dental point of view, we will not be getting a good ROI from there.
Mm,
There can
mm,
be, we can probably listen to the, symptoms and probably give them an advice or give them a prescription. But that we cannot diagnose a problem through telehealth.
mm. And at this point of time, yeah, while
At
recording.
this point of time, yeah, you know what I'm up to. You know what I'm up to. Yes. Right now, it's going to be quite a challenge, but hopefully we will sort that challenge. You know what I'm planning
Yes.
and all that. So
Yes.
right now,
Mm,
I would say it's an amazing tool to triage
mm,
patients. We want to know that they are not carriers of COVID-19. We want
yes.
to protect our staff, ourselves, and the other patients that we see. So
Mm.
it's an amazing triage tool.
Yes, yes. Now, and as look in every technology, and I believe the same. It's a infancy state. And I remember, like, let's say it's not that long, 10, let's say 12 years ago, 12, about 12 years ago or 13 years ago, when you talk about internet, people will say, who would think that bank will, most of the banks will be closed, or people will be just doing online.
Yeah.
Nobody have thought about, but it took a bit of time, and it was now obviously a lot of the even retail banks, front end, they are closing, and everyone is jumping online. So it's just a matter of that 10 to 12 years, 13 years time. And I believe the same. Telehealth is very infancy state. And you're 100% correct. It's not just for the COVID-19 and just gone away, but it will take a time to take the shape. Yeah.
Look, it will innovate itself. It will fit into a business model because post COVID-19, there will be a lot of pivoting and reinventing business models into different sectors. So
Yes.
telehealth can be a really good partner there,
Yes.
carrying forward as well. But it is still new. People are getting used to this kind of technology of virtual consulting that we say.
Mm.
People are getting used to it. So there is a lot of mind shift that needs to happen around it, and especially for dental industry or people who perform surgeries,
Yes.
surgeons and
Yes.
plastic surgeons and stuff. You got to see the patient.
You bet.
Got
You
to see
bet.
the patient to
Unless
make
there you
that
can
consult.
speak of. Mm,
But
totally.
it's a good rapport builder. It's
Mm,
a good trust builder if it's your first consult and you know how you feel with the dentist, how much confidence you gain out of that first conversation.
yes,
Because we are humans, we want human interaction at some stage, right?
you bet. You bet. But at the same time, there is no harm. I mean, even like this would be another options. I mean, you can't rely on everything, but at least that will be some options, to start if you want to go on that path, isn't it, Padma?
Of course, look, telehealth, teledentistry is here to stay. Right now, we cannot make a good ROI out of it, but I'm sure the way technology is advancing, we will definitely be making very good use of teledentistry.
Yeah, and it's all about the patient's convenience, patient's peace of mind, whatever they are comfortable. So to change that habit, it will take, certainly it will take a time. Now,
Of
this
course.
is so much interesting topic actually. Would love to deep more dive into it. Probably we may have to do sometime in the next couple of weeks. Telehealth, obviously, I'm hearing so much buzzwords, so I thought, probably I can just
Yeah,
chat
of
and
course.
where you are up
We
to.
are using, really using this efficiently in our medical centers.
Yes,
So there is definitely a huge push for it, and I'm really loving it there.
yes, yes.
Just that from a dental point of view, we don't make huge profits out of consults. That's
Understand.
what I said. If it is for triage, if it is for giving
Consultation.
reassurance, advice, and
Right.
a lot of dental phobic patients,
Hmm.
they want to talk to the dentist before coming in. It's an amazing tool. I don't
Yeah.
know why we haven't incorporated into our system even before COVID-19. It's an
Yeah.
amazing tool.
Hmm.
But right now, can we perform a procedure? No.
Yep, understand. Now let's deeper in the next series. No problem. Let's go, if that's okay. Let's go to the second slides. Also, a lot of our clients and communities are very interested about, obviously they're very confused, to be honest, very confused, not sure what to do. Obviously, they have been checking a lot of social medias, all the negative news, and when they wake up on the morning until they go to the bed, all this news after news, and really they don't have any strategies, they don't have anything. So also this idea is just how you are keeping up yourself, more likely just the strategies, but these are, I believe, will be your top 3 strategies during the COVID for you and your business. What are you doing differently than others, Padma?
Look, the times are changing so quickly. Just last week we learned that every day things are changing.
You bet.
So, so strategies that you will be making now and you will be implementing it post COVID are going to be quite different.
Mm.
But
Mm.
3 essential things that I want people to consider that's going to stay, and if you can work around it, will be
Yes.
highly valuable. One is the mindset.
Mm.
Firstly, mindset. Look, it's not just having winner's mindset. It's having, we discussed this as well. It's the mindset of an ant, that
Yes.
you're focused, you know where you want to go, and you're not going to give up.
Yeah.
You need to build that muscle of patience this time.
Mm.
Things are going to change. Things are never going to be the same. There could be a huge financial and economic downturn.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
not could be, there will be probably.
Mm. Mm.
So we need to adjust our mindset uh, to move our business from a survival mode to sustainable mode before going into scaling.
Mm.
So
Totally.
mindset is very, very important, not only around business, but also around your personal wealth and health.
Yeah.
Very, very important.
I totally.
Secondly,
Mm.
secondly would be communication.
Mm.
The way you establish your communication today, whether it's with your patients, very,
Yeah.
very important. We are missing this out. Right now, we need to retain our existing client base. That's the
Yes.
most important thing at the moment, that we
Yes.
are available for them.
Mm.
Communication with your team.
Yes. Very important. And that's what,
Communication.
to be honest, don't get me wrong. I mean, I see everyone is looking to, delight the patients, but sometimes as a practitioner, it's so important that everyone is on the same boat, all because obviously as a dentist, they, fix it. And then obviously, but while from the receptionist, everyone is so, the name of the game is everyone is on the same frequency, isn't it? And
Of
that's
course, look,
communication.
your
Mm.
team is your backbone.
Yeah.
Yeah, dentistry as a profession or as a small business owner, we won't be able to operate just by ourselves. The team is very important, so we need them aligned. Like just you building your mindset is not a very, it's not going to work. So this is the time to invest into your team, that you are available,
Mm.
and be vulnerable.
You bet.
It's
You
okay, because they are in fear as well. They know it's uncertain times.
Mm.
And along with you, they have built the business, so they are emotionally attached to the business as well.
Yes. Now, other
You
thing I
know,
love about when I met with you, I don't know how many months now, early, I think about mid last year, you mentioned something that, look, I communicate, I catch up every time whenever I go to different practices, I catch up with the team, just a quick catch up, give them guidance, understand them. It's really important, isn't it, Padma? I mean, before even start the day, as long as you have a routine. Okay, look, this morning, quick catch up, 10 minutes catch up or coffee catch up, whatever it might be, they fire up everyone, all on the same track. Okay, these are some big cases we are doing. These are some treatment plans. It's so important. Yeah.
Oh yeah, daily huddles are part of the practice routines anyways. And not only that, like, let me give you an example what happened. Even before all these things happened, we had already had meetings with our teams, and
Yes.
they were pretty much aware,
Mm.
like this kind of a thing was coming.
Yes.
They weren't, they had time to prepare a little bit better than the rest. They had time to ask questions. It was time to reassure each other. Because look, as practice owners, we pretty much thinking, how do we, protect our business?
Yes.
What about our staff? We want to protect them as well. So that kind of an alignment, that kind of a communication is very, very important, and will go a long way. Will go very long way, because somebody in my age group, look, I'm going to be in business for another 20 years, 30 years. So all this goes a very long way.
Totally. So definitely, communication. Now, what's your thought strategy in terms of top strategies for COVID?
Look, I'm going to analyze each and every part of my business and innovate and pivot it, because it's not going to be the same. We want, the way patient care was delivered will not be the same. Rather than getting there and thinking, oh, what am I going to do? I'm going to take each and every part of my business and start thinking, how can I, redefine it in a better way?
Yes.
Adaptability and flexibility are going to be your two best friends post-COVID-19.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful.
You will not, on the go, you will be probably making decisions. You will know your end result that you want to achieve, but your action plans will probably, you will need to keep on innovating your action plans as you go. So you've got to be flexible. So developing that kind of an attitude and knowing the key areas of growth as well as your weaknesses is very important.
You bet.
So business model innovation.
Yes. And planning, as you said, it's so important. I remember, Benjamin Franklin says, if you fail to plan, obviously you plan to fail. So pretty much, if there is no planning, you don't know which road you are going. Every road is good for you. So you just keep going. But at the end, when you look, there's not literally, that's not the road. So it is so important to have, right innovations to be on the current strategies, and obviously to understand very clear about the journey. Now,
my advice is take your business, use this time efficiently. As a practice owner before, you never had the time to look at your numbers, to look at the different areas in your business, your incomplete treatment plans, how your associates perform, how, all those things. It is your time. You've been blessed this way, because post COVID-19, we don't know, we might need to, everybody's thinking there could be a downturn, but what if people want to come to the dentist because of poor oral health during the COVID times?
Yes.
Let's be positive about it. Let's think that things are going to, be better for our good. So we need to be prepared for either ways.
Yeah, totally. So what you're saying is planning for your business as well as planning for you, because when you grow, and again, coming back to the mindset, when you grow, things grow, isn't it? It's like, saying, look, you are what you eat. So it's the same way. It's, eating also means whatever you are consuming. If you start consuming whole day, all these social medias and negative things, you'll be the same, unless, it is important to understand, but not into it all the time, 24/7.
Of course, you need to understand your opportunities very clearly. I'd like to add that all these top companies, whether it was IBM, whether it was WhatsApp, whether it was Uber, whether it's Instagram, we all know these came out of recession.
Yes.
These came out of the downturn, So we need to start thinking, okay, there is light at the end of the tunnel. Whether times will change or whether I'm ready to adapt myself for the change. The biggest question we need to ask ourselves.
And that's why coming to the other slide is, yes, you can attend all these webinars, all these courses, jump on webinars, jump on different social media, be in this group, that group. If you are, social media savvy, then obviously sometimes it is also about taking the diary and just noting it down. what actions are you taking. It is so important, isn't it? Otherwise, you're
Oh,
just
yeah.
listening everything, and you're not going to implement. So, and then what's the
You know,
point?
my really good mentor always keeps saying that it's not just the time management, it's the energy
Yeah,
management, you
totally.
know,
Love it.
that actually gets you more productive. So if you're consuming a lot of negative stuff, you end up being, you know, less productive. But if you're consuming positivity, good proximity, you become more productive. So it's their choice what they want.
Absolutely. No, absolutely. And it's how you make it. Now, a good point. So it's again, to those viewers who are watching this video, write it down what actions, and I hope this quick video has been valuable. But we are very open. Padma is very open as well. If there's any questions, any burning questions for your practice, sustain, we can't say practice growth, but obviously for survival to sustainability, yeah, please send us the quick email or drop a quick line to Padma. We are here to help. We are here to support in whatever we can, isn't it, Padma?
Sure, they can always connect with me via social media, or I think
Yes.
most of the dentists will have my phone number as well. I'm definitely available to connect and help them.
Yes, no, that's good. Thank you. Now, also, I'm also some of those who are watching. Obviously, we are running this one day. I mean, not one day. We're supposed to be whole day, but now 3 hours Zoom and live. So, how to recession proof? Anything you want to talk about the event, Padma?
Look, they will definitely be highlighting on different strategies to pivot and protect your dental practice at that time.
Yes.
And you know, those strategies are not just strategies to probably teach. Those will be the ones that we will be using in our dental practices as well. At the end of the day, I'm still a dentist. I'm still a dental practice owner first.
Yes, yes, and it's important, because when you care, you share it. So it's glad that you are with your knowledge, with your experience, and you're sharing up with other dentistry, including the new dental practices or someone who have just opened up. It's very important, and I always, every time when I meet with a young dentist, I get just something comes out and want to help as much as I can. It's a and obviously to start up or later down after COVID-19 startup or reestablish the practice, it's very challenging. So our aim is to help them, support them during this, and give them as much information. So that's why we have got Albert, accountant. Obviously, I am talking about on the marketing. What can you do? What are a couple of things? Some of the strategies which you can implement it. You don't have to spend on that lot. And obviously, Dallas, who would be sharing about some of the contracts, some of the things which you are not sure about in a legal aspects. And obviously, Padma, you will be sharing some tips, yeah, what you are implementing right now.
Of course.
Beautiful.
We are here to stay as a dental profession. I know we are still uncertain about how long this is going to go for, what happens, if it goes for 3 months, what happens if it goes for 6 months. I know it's uncertain times, but
Yes.
let me tell you, as a profession, we are here to stay,
Yes.
and we will make a comeback.
Yeah. That's good. Thank you, Padma. So just we are running out of the time. I am aware, and obviously Padma is also eligible. I mean, most of you have already added her on the Facebook. If not, then I have got her personal email address as well. Feel free to drop a quick line, what you are facing up, or hits her, message her on the social medias, and or anything on the marketing or technology side. I'm more than happy to help. Now, before we wrap up for this, do you have anything for the viewers at this point, Padma? Any suggestions? Any tips?
Yes, look, we are all in this together.
Yes.
And especially for women or people, as staying at home at the moment, I know having kids at home, homeschooling, it's quite a challenge balancing all these uncertainties, anxiety about your business, about your future financial security, lot of things going on. But you know what? This time is not going to come back again. And none of us have clarity. None of us know, what's going to happen. None of us have any clarity on what is going to happen. So rather than anything, just be in the moment, enjoy the time, enjoy the moment with your loved ones, spend more quality time with yourself to deep dive within, to find out what you really want and who you really are. So use this, as we come out of COVID-19, the question you need to ask is, how did I use my time?
You bet. I would
You
love
know,
to share that if that's okay. I was reading even last night in the McKinsey report, and it says something like, when it comes to innovation, never let a crisis go as a
waste.
waste. I
Yeah.
love that. I mean, that's very true. I mean, yes, crisis, and I was even sharing one the other day. The disruption is a new normal, whether you
Oh,
agree or
yeah.
not.
You have to
Because
ask the right questions. We discussed about this. It's all about asking the right questions.
totally,
It's
totally.
not about us, you should not be at a mindset where you want to develop, what is that? Just solve the problem right now. It's about developing a solution that will last.
Yeah,
So this is the time to probably think about automation,
you bet.
probably think about autopiloting, collaborations.
Yes, very important.
Challenge yourself and ask the right questions.
Totally, totally.
We'll discuss about this in detail at our webinar.
Yeah, you bet, you bet. So be tuned, guys. If you like this video, feel free to share, comments, post, reshare it, and yeah, me and Padma happy to answer any of your questions. Thank you so much, Padma. You've been very generous, very kind, and yeah, we'll see you in the next one.
Thank you. Thanks, Praveen.
Beautiful. Thanks, Padma. Bye for now.
Bye.
See you.